Hi, everyone.
Hello.
And welcome to
the Slumber Party. Hello.
Hi.
Oh my God, we're feeling rejuvenated. A lot of things changing in our lives right now.
For sure.
Get new energy. You know the deal.
Positive energy.
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good. I'll talk about it later, but I'm feeling good.
Feeling good.
Yeah.
Feeling good. We're at the end of the year.
Oh,
2025 went by in a freaking blink.
So fast.
This illegal.
It's always January is so long, and then February 1st comes, and all of a sudden it's December 1st.
I know. You know what I was thinking about doing too, which maybe I'll chat on in a bit, but I was starting to feel a little insecure about myself recently where I was like, did I do enough this year? Am I doing enough?
You're doing enough.
You know? And then I was like,
you're planning a wedding.
I know, but I think I was like, I had so many big ideas for this year and a lot of them didn't pan out. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to write down all of the things that did happen and just choose to be grateful about them. And I still have to do that. But because I'm like, there's no way that I'm going to feel like 2025 was a waste.
No, because it wasn't. Because it wasn't. You found your dress.
I did.
Yeah, please.
My wedding dress is coming in at the end of January.
Oh, that's amazing. Oh, I'm so excited.
Oh, yeah. We got it. We got a solid 2 months. So working out. I want that shit altered and snatched. Okay? Yeah.
Meanwhile, she's already shaped like a fucking Coke bottle, okay? Chef's kiss to God.
I have a few ideas for the alterations.
Okay.
So we'll see. But I have a couple of ideas I'm thinking. Because you know, that other dress that I tried on right before that dress, the Diana dress that was literally named my name.
Yes.
I loved the way it looked. So I'm just going to tell the lady, like, yeah, can we make it
look like that? Okay.
You know, so it's like the blend of the two dresses that I wanted.
Okay.
Cool.
Perfection.
Shall we dive in?
Let's do it.
Light as a feather, stiff as a board. Welcome back to Slumber Party. We're kicking it off.
First.
I go first?
Yes.
My light as a feather this week is I have officially dropped my New York City for Baddies hotspot recommendations and city survival guide.
Amazing.
And I am so proud of myself. I would have gotten it out sooner, but honestly, I've been so busy and I was really overthinking a lot of things. I was like, you know what? I want to add this thing in. I want to add this thing in here. I want to add this thing in here. Until Dano looked at me, he was like, babe, just drop it. This is only, you can drop another one. You can drop volume 2. You can drop whatever.
Yeah.
Like,
volume 2. And oh, that's going to be amazing.
So I was like, all right, let me get this out and get this out of the way. I posted that I was going to be dropping something on TikTok.
Yeah.
Got a ton of views, which was so great.
Amazing.
And I dropped it on Etsy as a downloadable.
Perfect. Tell everyone where to find it.
You can definitely find it at the link in my social media bio. So, and it's perfect if you're coming to New York for the holidays, because here's the thing, and I keep saying this because I don't want people coming at me for this. It is not going to have all your favorite TikTok spots.
Right.
All the influencers that you know, on TikTok are like, oh, that aren't from here, that are like, look at this coffee that I got at this cafe that for some reason there's a line around the corner so that people can take pictures of this latte art. Like, what is this, 2012? No, I'm not going to have places like that. I'm going to have actual New York spots. Yes, of course, there's going to be classic spots. But if you want to like do the Times Square thing, do the Times Square thing.
Right.
But then don't complain about the Times Square thing if you don't want to leave Times Square.
Right.
So I have a bunch of local spots. It's also stuff from my point of view. So it's going to be places that I know of, places that I've been. There's not going to be a lot of Staten Island spots. None, matter of fact. But there's going to be, you know, a couple places in the Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, and a bunch in, you know, uptown Manhattan and Harlem and all that stuff.
Very, very cool. Make sure you download that.
Yes, go and download it. And yes, it is $15, but it's $15 because there's hundreds of recommendations, a full itinerary. Every single thing in there has my own personal review and my own excerpt and has been labeled appropriately. So that's why.
What's $15 compared to, listen, they make books on things to do in New York.
And they're like $50.
I was going to say they're like $65.
Yeah.
And they name things that are like very basic.
They're like, oh, for the holidays, go see the Rockefeller Christmas tree. I'm like, I'm not putting that in there.
Right.
It's the whole reason why you guys are coming.
Right.
You know, but yeah, I did put it up there for $15. I was asking a couple of people and that was as low as anybody would let me go. Because if it was up to me, I'd be like $5. Everyone's like, absolutely not, Diana. So I put it in for $15. And I'm super happy about it. And everyone's like, well, how do we know anything's in there? I'm like, girl, do not piss me off right now. There's a ton of things in there. But yeah, I'm proud of myself. I have
I love
my
that.
first ebook.
I'm proud of you too.
Thank you.
It's amazing.
Thank you. And I'm seeing people
Congratulations.
buying it and purchasing it, which has been
It's
great.
amazing. I
Yeah.
love that.
Yeah. What about you, Kat? What's your light as a feather?
Okay, this is so random, but if you know me, you know I love a Serafina, honey. You know I'm always at Serafina.
She loves Serafina. She does.
I am a regular. They know me at this point, like we're BFFs. But I went to a different Serafina because I have a very specific location that I go to.
Yes,
because
this is true.
I have my servers that are my besties, okay?
And I love that location. I love their back bar.
Aren't they amazing?
Yes.
And I love the manager there.
Yes.
Okay. He's top notch. So I went to a different location and no one was in there except an old lady who's a regular, obviously. And these two old men who were it's like I was sitting next to Larry David and Richard Lewis, may he rest in peace. The two of them were talking about what movies they were working on and just how it used to be back in like the 70s and how their kids are doing and the kids in college and this other kid he's taking time off from school and he's going on a cruise, I guess. I don't fucking know. But it was just fun just sitting there listening to them, and I was like, this is what New York is fucking about.
Yeah.
So what I think I'm gonna do is my regular Serafina spot will be my nighttime spot.
Okay.
But if I'm going to do Serafina in the daytime, I'm going to go to this other location because I want to meet these old people.
Oh, I love it.
And just fucking hang out with them.
Oh, I love it. They're the best to hang out with. And they're such great conversationalists.
Oh God.
I've realized the same thing. Like I was actually at Minetta Tavern recently and I went alone.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait. It was the night you and I went to an event. I went to meet up with a friend. I think my friend canceled or something.
Yeah.
And then I was like, let me walk over to Minetta Tavern.
Yeah.
I walk over there. I sit at the edge of the bar. Minetta Tavern is probably one of my favorite places in New York. I love this place so much. And these two guys walk in and they sit at this ledge behind me from the bar. Mm-hmm. These two guys, I had the most amazing time with them. Yeah. Two married men. They weren't hitting on me at all. Right. We had the most fruitful conversation. It was like I had known them forever. And I was asking them like about their kids. And this guy, he was like, you're going to make me get like emotional. He was like, having kids is so crazy. He was like the guy I was before I had kids. And the way that these men were talking about their wives, they're talking about what it was, just their history, whatever. Yeah. And it was so great. Like that conversation is, I love that. And I love listening to like just older people are the best because they got the stories.
And old people love me. I don't know what it is.
I can see that though. I can totally see.
I mean, like, babies love me, but old people, they are just like,
because you have a mature soul.
Because I'm an old lady.
You are an old lady.
They're like, oh, she's one of us.
Right. They're like, you might be in a young body, but our minds.
It's so funny because I remember one of my vocal trainers, one of the very first vocal trainers I had, first of all, she was in a wheelchair. She was like 90 and she was Frank Sinatra's vocal trainer. And she's like, I want to work with you because, I like your energy. And I'm like, because I'm you. Because I'm as old as you in my heart.
But you know what I think it is too? There comes a sense of like when you respect older people and you like see how valuable it is to like, and this is true, like you have to spend time with the older people in your life because they know so much, and every once in a while they drop these freaking gems. And I'm like, damn, you can learn so much. And it's really like, that's how certain things, traditions, sayings, stories all stay alive. Yeah. You know what I mean? I love it. I'm a firm believer. I think we have that similar respect for older people.
I just love hearing about people's lives. Yeah. I love being inspired, which we'll get into for my stiff as a board, which will kind of turn into something light. But I learned so much from kids too. I learned how to live in the moment from kids. And while old people also, oddly enough, remind you to enjoy the moment because it doesn't last. But it's also, I didn't mean to cut you off. It's also just such a blessing to even live that long. I think it's so crazy when, you know, people who are like in their teens and you see someone who's 25 or 30 and you're like, oh, you're so old. What a fucking blessing.
Right.
To be that old. And all the things I'm saying now, I'm going to repeat again in my Stiff as a Board. So let's, yeah.
No, I get what you're saying. I
Yeah.
do think like it's just it's an incredible thing because you're always able to learn and you're always able to listen to their stories. And yeah,
they have so much to share. So much to share.
So much to share. It's great. I love it. I love spending time with older people. And honestly, it's fun. Like you get to, you know what I mean? And they genuinely value what you have to say a lot of the time, which I think is like kind of a trait that sometimes younger people, like I think also being in New York, I mean, sometimes people want to see like, well, what do you do? What can I get out of you? Whatever. Yeah. But sharing stories, you know, it's a really powerful thing. I love that.
Yes, I agree.
Super love that.
Stiff as a board.
Stiff as a board.
Share with the class.
Okay, my thing is a little funky. I'm going to be honest here. I saw a video today.
Okay.
I keep seeing these videos and I got to be honest. I got to be honest.
Uh-oh.
You know that time that Kim Kardashian said to her sister, and she's like, I got to be honest with you guys. You look like fucking clowns. Oh my God. If I see, and this is not me body shaming anyone.
Okay.
But I am going to be honest, and it's going to be brutal because you know what? Some of you need a thicker skin.
Okay. We're ready.
If I see one more influencer with massive lip injections doing some sort of mukbang, tasting, food review, and they all do the same face when they eat, and it seems like they're just trying to get their lips out of the way. And it's literally... I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, but I can't take it anymore. I can't take it anymore. Please stop eating on camera. I'm sorry, but please stop eating on camera. If I see one more person tell me about, oh my God, if I say what I'm about to say, it's going to be out. But they all eat things like this, whether it's a donut, whether it's a crumble cookie, whether it's a freaking Taco Bell burrito. And their lips are fucking massive. And I'm like, I can't watch another one. It's a car crash. I can't look away.
It's the thing about it is,
like, can you do a tuck? Tuck them in.
It doesn't look like full lips. It looks like a bubble that needs to be popped.
I'm watching this one influencer eat something today, and I was like, what in the fuck is that? This woman is stunning, and I love her content. But I was like, that made me not want to watch. It made me want to watch your content a little less. No, I'm kidding, but I can't deal with it. Please, the lips are they're big and
they don't look like lips.
They just all do the same face where it's like, I'm like, are you all right? Is everything okay?
No.
When you get lip injections, do they got to loosen your jaw to do it as well? Because I'm looking at the way these girls are eating things. I'm like, is this okay? I don't know. I don't understand. Please, that's my stiff as a board. I'm sure that's my own issue. I'll learn to deal with it. I can scroll. I understand. I can scroll. I say that there. I can scroll. But it's my stiff as a board, so I'm allowed to talk about it.
Express yourself.
Thank you.
Okay. This week's stiff as a board, it starts out sad, but we're going to move into something more positive. A girl I met when I was maybe about 20 years old. Her name is Ashley. A lot of people knew her as Hollywood Ash. She passed away.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. At the age of 44. And I went to her funeral, and wow. Everybody, like all of New York showed up for her.
Wow.
Incredible. But the entire time, every time someone was speaking about her, it was a reminder that she was only 44. And how much life was still left to be lived, but also the impact she had on all of our lives for the short time that she was here. Sorry. I'm like, just processing thoughts.
Mm.
As people were sharing stories, you realize she was the same with all of us. Just when everyone was saying like she just made you feel like she knew you your whole life, and I'm like, that was her.
Yeah.
And then she would treat me like I was important, but she was important. She was the one who was always in VIP and being like, no, that's my friend Kat. Let her in, yada yada. Like, I was at every club back in the day in my youth, and Ashley was always there. She was always in VIP. She was always that bitch. And she was just a baddie. And her personality was even more beautiful than her face.
Wow.
And the entire time I was just thinking, like, a lot of us who haven't even hit 40 yet are thinking we're so old and we're losing time. And it's like, there's so much time.
Yeah.
But it's also the fact that we actually don't know when our time is up.
Yeah.
And that brings me to this. I was watching the Eddie Murphy documentary, and the same day that I watched it, I was in a thread on social media talking about Madonna and the impact that Madonna has had. And watching the doc on Eddie Murphy and the impact that he has had, which I did not know he was the one to open doors. I did not realize that.
Mm.
And it made me think not about age, but just about how we're living our lives, particularly as people who work in entertainment. Madonna is going to be a legend forever.
Right.
Because of her boldness, and I was mentioning this, and I'm like, she's still got music in movies in 2025.
Yeah.
Vogue is the fucking theme song of The Devil Wears Prada, which comes out in 2026.
Mm-hmm.
That song came out like what, in the 80s or something, or 1990. What an icon. But what made Madonna an icon, what made Eddie Murphy an icon, and all these people that we look up to and admire, and we know their names, their household names, it's because they went for it.
Yeah.
They went for it.
Yeah.
Being boring and being safe does not change history, does not inspire people, does not move the culture, and just does nothing. So we're sitting like and it brought me into the situation of, social media. We've talked about this. I have a little monitoring spirit, and I'm like, I got to make a whole new page for one person.
Mm.
I'm going to slow down my life for what? Could you fucking imagine if Eddie Murphy was like, well, maybe I shouldn't make this comedy special because I got that one aunt who's going to be offended. Fuck your aunt.
Fuck your aunt.
Fuck your aunt, because he's up there talking about sucking and fucking and this and that, and look at where it got him. And not only that, but look at what happened after Eddie Murphy. We got Denzel.
Right.
And then we got all these amazing comedians like Martin and Dave Chappelle and Cat Williams. And he gave people permission, not only as a black comedian, but honestly, just as a fucking comedian.
Yeah.
He gave people permission to just be like, fuck it.
And then you realize how fucking, when you get there, you realize how simple and stupid and minute that small little decision. You're like, that's what I was stressed over? And this was what was on the other side?
Bro, can I tell you, Cher, who I love, okay?
The queen?
The queen, Cher. Cher made a comment. I forgot. I don't want to butcher what she's saying, so I'll summarize it. But she said something about when she was young, she was a badass. And she's like, I wish I was fucking worse.
Yeah.
She's like, I wish I was better. I wish I just fucking went for it.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting here like, why haven't I just fucking lived my life and just had fucking fun? Because I'm afraid one boring fuck is gonna be offended because they haven't lived their fucking life.
Kat, I have been waiting for you to say this.
I know.
For so long.
I know.
I don't think you get it.
No, I know.
I've been waiting for you to hit this thing for so long.
I know.
But like I
needed to get there.
You needed to get there on your own.
Yeah.
But even when you were, because I know you were going through it, and I was like, yes, it's weird. Yes, it's uncomfortable. And that's why I had said to you in the past, like, so what's going to happen when this person sees our stuff?
Right.
We can't change our shit. People got to get comfortable with who we are because we're solidified in who we are.
Right.
So not everyone's going to like us. That's fine.
Right.
And if they have opinions, they have fucking opinions.
Right.
And this is just a muscle that we have to stretch every single day. I deal with this shit every fucking day. But oh my God, I love hearing you say this specifically because I know that this has been a thing for you because it does feel, I mean, but when we give it attention, it has more hold over us.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like I feel the same way about certain things in my life, but I want to tie this piece into what you were saying in your Light as a Feather, where when you have conversations like with people who have lived a longer life than us and you see how minute some of these little things really are in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah.
You realize just how much life there is to live if you have the opportunity to live it.
Yeah.
And you realize how much you can do.
Yeah.
How much, like, there's so much time to change and evolve and pivot and do all these things. And you realize, like, am I going to live 10 years doing similar things? Or in those 10 years, am I going to be like, oh yeah, I went here and I did this and I did that and I've lived 7 lives in 10 years, or I can live 1. What are we going to do?
Yeah.
You know, like that's such an awesome thing. And that's Cuba, leave me alone. We're having a good conversation. No, but so I 100% agree with you. And I think going into 2026, I think we need to be everyone, but obviously here, like menaces. I want to be an absolute menace.
I was like, I'm really, you know, in watching, I watched 7 people pass away in 2025, including a 2-year-old.
Oh my God. That's horrific.
Yeah. And I'm like, I'm here still. What am I doing with my time here?
Right. Right. Yes.
I'm basing it on other people's fucking thoughts and opinions
and energies.
Let me tell you something. If my mother don't give a fuck,
why the hell?
Why do I gotta fucking care about someone who wouldn't piss on me if I was on fucking fire?
Right.
Why? I'm tired of it. So in 2026, I'm gonna have fucking fun. You know what? I'm gonna put out new fucking music. And quite frankly, if your name gets mentioned, you shouldn't have fucked up.
Period.
Don't be mean to a songwriter.
Period.
So I'm finna make money off you, bitch.
Period.
Or be mean so I can make more money. Thank you. I'm just.
Oh my God.
God bless you. Oh,
just sneezed on him.
I sneezed on the beat and the beat got sicker. Yeah, I'm just really in like, I'm going to do whatever the fuck I want. And I actually don't care because the only people whose opinions I care about is my husband and my mother. And you want to know something? They think I'm too fucking meek.
And they're 100% right.
Right.
They're 100% right.
So
I feel as though like you, in an effort of being in control of your outcome,
I know
you have been holding back because you're like, well, I can do this here, I can do this here, and I can I can hyperextend myself in all of these places so that I know the outcome for certainty.
Mm-hmm.
Because the unknowing for you, the feeling of will I fail? Will this
scary.
person say this, whatever? It is the feeling of jumping off the cliff and not knowing where you're going to land or if you're going to land safely is so much more terrifying for all of us, by the way.
Yeah.
But and this is a big reason why I feel like we even started Slumber Party podcast, because I'm like, we have so much like life within us.
Yeah.
Within you, like there's so much light that you have to give and people are drawn to it. But that's why I'm like, let's go be absolutely insane. Let's go be insane. Because every time you are, what's the reaction? People are like, Kat's that bitch.
You know what's
Kat's
funny?
that girl. Did you see what Kat said? Did you hear what Kat said? And then everyone comes up to you and talks to you about it or says something to you about it. Or it tells you like, you know, I heard this thing you did. And it's not a passing comment. It's not oh, that was good. It's a, wow.
It's funny
That's
because
incredible.
my 2 songs that have gotten the most views on YouTube and the 2 songs that people constantly talk to me about are the 2 songs where I expressed being pissed off that somebody hurt me, which was Choke. And for some people, that's actually one of like my top or like bottom least favorite songs, and people are like, no. You really came for bitches on Choke, and I love that.
Mm-hmm.
And Now You Got a Song About You.
Yeah. And I love Now You Got a Song About You because it's such a fun, it's like a pop, almost pop rock in a way, and it's awesome.
Thank you. But it was the 2 songs where I was like, no, you're going to know that you pissed me off.
Yeah.
And you're going to know how I feel through poetry, of course. And I'm like, oh, all the rest of the songs are just kind of, you know, a little fun. But those are the 2 songs where I was like, I didn't really hold back too much. I held back a little bit on Now You Got a Song About You, but not too much. But yeah, I'm really in like a fuck it mode. Like I'm ready to have fun. If my life ended tomorrow, what is there to say? She tried her best, but she didn't try hard enough because she was scared. Scared of who?
Who? Yeah.
Scared of who?
What?
Of these
Scared
people
what?
who are not paying my bills?
Right.
Who don't live with me? Whose opinions do what? Maybe they send me a little bit of evil eye. Cool. I can transmute that into money, bitch.
Right.
Like, for what? And I'm sharing this because I want the people who see this, particularly women, particularly the women who you're in your 20s, but you're also in your 60s, and you like think it's over, and it's fucking not.
Oh my God, it's so not.
It's just not. If you're not dead, it's not over.
Right.
And that's just something I needed to, like, it's not something I didn't know, but it's something I preached to everybody else except for myself.
Yeah.
And now I'm just like, no, Kat.
Yeah.
Have fucking, like, if I put music out in 2026, which 9 times out of 10 I will, it's not going to be with the same mindset. It's not going to be strategic. It's not going to be, I'm going to market this and hope it lands here. I'm having fun.
And you know what?
I'm having fun.
On top of having fun when putting out music, what I'm realizing is like things when you just when you're not thinking about 7,000 other things when putting something out, a project of any kind, and you're not like, well, it needs to be this and it needs to be this and it has to have the biggest release and we should do this in a release party, whatever. Or you can just put out 4 songs in a row, one a month, and be like, oh, look, here's another song. Oh, look, here's another song. And then you're like, you know what would be a great idea? What if I made a video of these 2 songs kind of together? And you just kind of go, you just make and create as you go rather than overly thinking about making and creating, because I suffer from that a lot.
Sometimes it does hinder your creativity.
Oh, for sure. I had such a writer's block this year.
Yeah.
And then one night, I think I just kind of like was in the studio and put up beat stars and was going through beats. And I was like, oh, I just kind of want to hear something to get me like inspired.
Yeah.
And even right now, like I have an opportunity to do a show on the 20th and there's like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And I'm like, do I do that?
Yeah.
And I'll have other people there. And I'm like, oh, but that's going to be a lot of work. I'm like, yeah, but I want to do it and it'll set me up.
Yeah.
But there's this feeling of, is it going to fail? Do I have enough material? Is this going to be good? Do I have enough time? Yada, yada, yada.
But you know what?
It's like, fuck it. Who cares? It's going to be fun. If I walk in there and I'm just like, I don't need to over curate every little thing. What do I like? What do I artistically want to do? Hit
I
it.
also just kind of feel like even if you do something and it fucking fails, did it really fail or did it just fail by your standards of failure?
Yeah.
Like, I think often about, you know, when I was putting out music and stuff and I started to feel like, you know, a failure. And when I think back to it, I'm like, I had more success than people who got signed and were shelved.
Right.
I had a fucking theme song on a VH1 show. In fact, my song was played on multiple VH1, MTV, and Bravo TV shows.
Yes. This is so important to talk about.
And NBC and Freeform and Disney.
This is so important to talk about.
Like,
I'm confirming the show right now. You're just
yes, please do. And I didn't even want to put that project out. I was so scared. I didn't want to put that fucking project out. And I had sent it to my friend, shout out to Niall Ivy, known as Low Key. I sent it to Low Key and he had a big blog at the time. And he was like, if you don't put this song out, I'm going to put out your raw vocals. He's like, you need it to be mixed and mastered. And then I'm going to drop it on my fucking site. And I was like, I'm scared. And he was like, that's your fucking problem.
Sometimes you need somebody to really just be like, okay.
Yeah.
And
so
I didn't ask you about your feelings.
I did the whole project and 8 days after I put the project out, VH1 randomly hit me up.
Yep.
And they were like, hey girl.
And imagine that didn't go out.
Right.
Right.
And I think I've talked about this on here before when I had a concert and I sold out.
Yes.
With 1,000 followers.
Yes. Yes.
And I was writing for a girl with 400,000 followers and 11 people came to her show.
Right. I mean, and I'll be the first one to say this, like followers do not equate to fans. They don't. I mean, as somebody who has a good share of them, it is a struggle to get people engaged when you're at that level.
Some people are just watching just to watch.
Some people are watching just to watch, and it's like elevator music. But also, there's a lot of people watching just to hate, and they'll never buy your stuff. But
do you really hate me if you're paying that much attention to me?
Right,
like
right. But it is
in
hard
love with me.
But it's such an accomplishment though, because to be able to translate attention and your craft into your return on your investment, is a huge accomplishment. And that's why it's so important to have these conversations, because sometimes the version of success that we think we need to be at actually might not be the greatest fit for us. Yeah. Because what would have happened if you were signed to some sort of 360 deal?
Oh, well, let me tell you.
You know?
I'm glad you brought that up, because I think about this quite often. What if at 15 I became the pop star that I wanted to be? You want to know something? Do you want to know how fucking expensive it is to be fucking famous?
It's so expensive. No, this is so...
I think often about...
Maintenance is crazy.
I think about Bieber and how he sold his catalog.
Yeah, which lowballed the fuck out of him, by the way.
100
lowballed
fucking
the shit out of him.
But at the end of the day, Bieber cannot get on a fucking plane. He can't just go to fucking Whole Foods. He can't just ride his bike down the West Side fucking highway because you bitches are psychotic. And
I feel like you're talking about me. I'm bitches because I love him.
I love the Biebs. What are we talking about?
Me, I'm bitches.
I love the Biebs. But me and you, we are from New York.
And we're like, it's just a person.
And not that it's the Biebs. It's not just a person. But we know proper celebrity
etiquette. Yeah.
What I saw that video of those girls trying to like get into his apartment, and he was being so nice. He's like, I really want to like go inside and sleep. Can I just and they're like, but we want it. Like,
yeah. And honestly, you know how much self-control and spiritual alignment you need to be able to be that nice and calm? Because I can tell you right now, I'm as lined as I possibly can be in this moment. You're getting fucking cursed out.
100%.
Get the fuck off my property. I'll talk to you when I've had a cup of coffee and when I've had a nap, and I'll be as nice as possible.
Or you need like round the clock fucking security. And I just think, why did I want that at 15? But I wasn't thinking about fame and wealth. I was just like, I want to get on stage and dance and sing.
Right,
like,
but
that's
you don't
really
realize the
fun
other
for
things,
me.
yeah.
Right. And it's like the older I get, the more I look back and I'm like, could I have fucking handled that? There's no way.
You know what else I think about as well when it comes down to this? I think about all the time, like, it's not only that your relationship with people you don't know, but it's your relationship with people you do know. Because even I feel it now.
This ties into our main topic.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Talk about
I feel it right now with people I do know. You know, you always hear stories about famous people being like, you know, and it's always in their songs. Like The Weeknd just talked about, he's like, I went home for my grandma's funeral and my cousin was asking me to listen to his music. You know what I mean? Or people ask you for favors here or there. And people talk about it all the time. And you think it's just, well, if they have the money, then they should be able to help everybody. And it's like, I don't think you understand. It's not about the money. It's about the timing. It's about the maintenance. And for me, I know I'm going to be the type of person where I'm like, if you need cash, take the fucking cash. Yeah. But the thing is once you open that door, it turns into an ever-flowing fountain and everyone thinks that they can use you at any given time. And right now I have people in my life, they're like, can you stick your neck out for my friend? Oh, my friend's son needs some help. Oh, this person needs some this. That I'm like, I'm not a coach. I would love to coach, but if I'm going to coach, you gotta pay me, you know, and I want to be there and help everybody I possibly can. But it's also like, I got to put my oxygen mask on here and I can only help myself more in order to reach out and help others.
But it's really a matter of people around feeling entitled.
And then it's like, how do you handle that? Because their rebuttal is, you know, if you have a ton of money, they're like, well, she's got the money or she's got this or that. And it's hard to rebuttal that because it's like, no, it's about the moral a lot of the time. It's very
like, well, we're related, so you should just do me this favor. Quick, what's my middle name? Right. We don't fucking know each other.
But imagine being at that caliber of wealth.
Right.
And that's why sometimes I'm like, I get why, you know, people don't
talk to their fucking
family at that level. Like I see it, I hear it. I couldn't imagine. And dealing with it, how do you say no? Because then it's like, what a disgusing piece of shit they changed. And it's like, no, it's just,
I
gotta keep boundaries. Yeah. I couldn't imagine being at that, you know, level and dealing with that.
You know, multiple family members who do very well for themselves. But I've got this one particular family member who everybody just expects them to pay for everything constantly. And this family member one time was telling me how they went out to eat with their spouse and their spouse's other family. And that family also had their spouses there. Okay. So we're talking like 10 people are there eating and everyone's looking to my family member to pay for dinner. Pardon me. You don't all have fucking jobs? You don't all have wallets? This person's got a spouse, got kids, got a pet. Like, what do you got a house to maintain? What do you mean? Every time they would go out to eat, they're like, well, you make the most, so you should just pay for everybody.
No, you should never be counting nobody else's money, no matter what you think about it. Because also the way you think people, there's a lot of people that people don't understand when you have more money, you do have more issues in a lot of different ways. And I get it.
And you get more expenses because
you do get more expenses, a fuck ton of expenses.
You know, it's like when people are, you know, like, well, Taylor Swift is taking the private jets. Do you think she's going to sit in coach on JetBlue so you can fucking hound her and ruin the entire flight for everybody?
Right.
I need the amount of security she'd have to pay for security to keep you the fuck off of her. It's going to be cheaper for her to just take the fucking.
And also, you would
jet.
hate her that way anyways, because her security would probably take up half the flight. So you would hate her. You'd be like, oh, she's taking away seats from other poor people. It'd be another problem.
Fucking way, it's going to be a problem for you.
And also, everybody loves to talk shit about Taylor Swift and her fucking plane. Not a single person talks about any man's plane in the entertainment industry.
And if you know one thing about, got planes,
and they all have planes, and on top of all of them having planes, the majority of the time they're flying planes for no fucking good reason. They're going to party. This girl is going to work. Okay, right. I'm sorry. Right. We could talk. I am so sick of the fucking misogyny in entertainment right now towards women. I'm like, everyone shut up. Listen, I'm not a big fan of the Kardashians either, but everyone's like, Kendall Jenner, your tequila is so blah. Nobody batted an eye when George Clooney, when Diddy, when fucking The Rock, when all of these people came out with tequila. Nobody batted an eye. But you see a woman, a Kardashian, and you want to say something. I mean, but I have my other issues with them.
They should just make a separate airline, quote unquote, for celebrities only.
I mean, because I get it, because it is a lot of money. Because even T-Pain, I mean, he's not like crazy A-list, but T-Pain has come out and said, like, people always ask me, like, why don't you fly private? He was like, my flight in first class on this commercial flight is like $1,000 or something. Right. And he goes, if I were to take a plane, he goes, it'd be like minimum $20,000 one way. Yeah. He's like, what the fuck am I gonna do that for when I could sit?
But T-Pain so I get that. Is not going to be as hounded as like Bieber or Beyonce. You know what I mean?
Right. Like Beyonce can't even step foot outside. She's a level of fame I couldn't.
They can't go anywhere. You can't live a normal life.
This ties into the parasocial relationships.
Which is a topic. Welcome to Pillow Talk.
Welcome to Pillow Talk. This is our big topic. This ties into this for me because it's like, is every stranger super nice to you and willing to have a conversation with you?
Right.
No. But because you watch them online and you spend hours of your week checking in on them, seeing what they're doing, looking at their Instagram posts, you feel like you know them. Mm-hmm. They don't know you. So if you come up to them and you're really eager to touch them or whatever, for me, if anybody comes up to me and touches me that I don't know, I'm biting your head off. I am barking down your throat. I'm insulting everything about you. I'm telling you, oh, what? Your mother didn't hug you enough as a child, so you got to go touch a random woman, you fucking freak. I will say anything to hurt you if you come for me. I promise you. Yeah. I promise you. But then you're like, but I'm a fan. I don't... Well, you got to let me know that ahead of time, babe. Like, I'm sorry. Book a reservation or something. I don't know. I couldn't have... you don't know these people. You don't know these people. That's why when people have I understand we sit on a podcast and we have our opinions, but we always do it with the sense of nuance of saying, we don't know this person. We don't know what they're going through, but this is how it seems. You got to have that little bit of allegedly in front of all of your things. But the things you guys say and do about people you don't know is really an illness.
The parasocial relationships is not even just with celebs, it's with influencers, and it's also with people that people used to know.
Yes. Oh my God. Yes.
Because let me say this. I had a family member one time. I was talking to them on the phone and they were like, oh, what you doing? And da-da-da. And I was like, oh, I'm cooking. And they were like, you cook? Oh, you didn't used to cook. What, when I was 7? The last time that
you saw me?
You knew me when I was 7? I didn't used to cook? That wasn't real food in my fucking easy bake oven? What are you don't know me.
Right.
What are we on about? If you knew me last year, you don't fucking know me.
Right.
We've talked about, our, 2 friends that we're no longer friends with. I don't know these women anymore. For all I know, maybe they've grown and become a better fucking people, inshallah. I doubt it, but...
I was going to say, I was like, I don't think...
I feel like there are people who have parasocial relationships with me, and I don't even have that many followers. It creeps me the fuck out.
Oh my God.
It creeps me the fuck out. I had someone repeat back to me something I posted on social media 3 years prior that they never interacted with, word for word, like they memorized it. I was like, oh, you are unwell. You need to be medicated and thrown into a padded room with no snacks and no visitors for 12 years. Something's not right here. that I was flabbergasted and dumbfounded. I was scared for my life.
That always creeps me out when people do that. Because every once in a while I'm like, what are you talking about?
Right.
And they're like, that thing you said. It was
4
so funny.
years ago.
I was just talking about a similar situation at a rehearsal I was at the other day.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody asks me like, hey, do you know this girl on Instagram? And they said a username. And I was like, oh, I know her ish. I was like, I've been around that girl like a couple years ago. I go, but she's why? And they were like, she's a little, and I go, yep. This is a type of person where they're like constantly like, and listen, I love the support. Never going to say don't support me. I thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're like, this is one of my best friends, look at how amazing she's doing. I'm like, oh, I can't say what I was about to say. I'm really trying, guys. Okay. I'm really trying. I've been spending a lot of time with my family. So the things coming out of my mouth are on the harsh side. But she'll say things and be like, look at my best friend. Oh my God, we're like best friends. This girl, I love you so much, my love. You're fucking killing it. I'm so happy to do this, work with you on this. And even certain things, I'm like, again, what's my middle name? You don't know me. And then to like use my name for other people and be like, oh, I work with her. Babe, we did one thing 5-6 years ago, one thing together. Like I don't know you. You don't know me. You live in a different state. This person has often asked me to come down to her. Girl, just sleep over. I've met you maybe 5 times. What do you mean sleep over? There's couple other people do similar things, or people like from high school.
Oh, it's always people from high school.
But people from high school are I think for me, I don't know for you, are on like 2 sides of the extreme.
But I think when it comes to me, like you were popular in high school.
Yeah, but I don't know if people liked me.
I was not popular. So I think it's fucking weird that there are people who were not nice to me, talked shit, fed into rumors, or whatever it is, who follow me and then act like we were friends in high school. And I'm like, do you not remember? I remember very vividly how you were. Why? No. And I understand that they've grown and they're new people, but so am I.
Right.
I don't care for this.
Right. My biggest thing with people in high school is that I either have people that are like stalking me to hate me, or people stalking me because we've had decently good interactions and they're very nice to me.
I can't tell why they follow me.
Oh, and then I get the weird obsessive ones.
There are people that I knew from high school that I'm still cool with, that I follow. I could probably name all of them on one fucking hand.
Yeah. I've been even thinking about like making a completely new Facebook for that reason. Because I'm like, I don't need you guys. When my stuff starts, every time something good starts happening for me, I'm like, somebody's going to pull up a picture of me guzzling a beer when I was 14 years old. Like, I don't need that. I don't need you guys to see me shotgunning a Four Loko and smoking a cigarette. Like, please, I don't need that. I don't even like cigarettes, but I'd be like, look at me smoking a cigarette. Stupid. I don't need somebody. So I'm guarantee you that's going to happen. That's why I'm prepping people. I'm doing the whole Slim Shady thing. You tell these people something you don't know about me. Please, I know everything about me. I was a drunk in high school. I was a loser. I was male centered. I know I wasn't mean, but I did. You know, when people say like, oh, I didn't fit in anywhere. The reason why I was so depressed in high school is because I was a chameleon and I knew nobody would like the real me. So I fit in everywhere. I melded into every freaking puzzle piece. I was in this group. I was in that group. I was like, I'm this person. I'm the head of the music department. I got senior superlative of most likely to be Hollywood fame. I'm doing all the things. And not a single fucking person really liked me for me except my 2 friends.
You thought no one would like you for you because you didn't like you for you.
Period. I was also going through a lot of abuse. So I was not okay. But
I get that.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't need none of that. But listen, you can't have a gotcha moment on me. Everything that you probably don't like about me, I didn't like about me either.
I want to go back to what you said. I know me. And I know everything I've done. I have the memory of an elephant, which is unfortunate for anyone who's treated me like shit.
Period.
Because I remember every fucking thing, down to what you were wearing when you fucking said it.
Yeah, these parasocial relationships, it really like, I just think right now, because we've had social media is so ingrained in our lives. And, you know, like, I really do think in a lot of ways, like, if I didn't do the job that I do, what would my relationship with social media be? You know what I mean? And I wonder, because there's a piece of me, there's times where I'm like, I don't really care to post myself online.
That's me.
I do like to be in the know and like get news that way and information. But I think the level of social media where people are really like involved in so many discussions, it's like the parasocial relationships really get birthed when people are having these overly analytical, contrarian conversations. Everything is a disagreement and a hot take and a this and a that. I'm like, how about we just watch the fucking movie?
Can I tell you?
Not everything needs to have 7 fucking layers. Stop.
This reminds me of the Eddie Murphy documentary. There's a part in there where so in his movie, I think it was Beverly Hills Cops, right? Beverly Hills Cop or something. There's a scene in a movie he's in, and he's walking down the street, and he starts laughing. And these 2 guys are in like a red leather suit, like a full jumper situation, and the other dude is in a black one. And there, you see someone pop up, like, you know, like those historians on the History Channel, and the reason why Princess Diana was and so this person pops up, and he's like, in that moment, Eddie Murphy was remembering when he wore the red suit for his comedy special and and then the camera cuts to Eddie, and he's like, I don't know who fucking came up with that. I was laughing because the dude walking made me laugh. He's like, so y'all are just making shit up, and you sound crazy.
Right. And people are like, people will literally come up with things and thoughts, and they're like, well, it's clear that she said that because she was thinking that. It's like, you not only do not know this person, but you are not a doctor. You are simply a person with an opinion, and that's fine. You can have your opinion. Everyone's entitled to an opinion, but you don't get to make me tell me that you should be canceled because I'm not taking your opinion as fact. Shut the fuck up. I cannot stand it. I can't take it.
The other thing is, when it comes to me, literally ask me, I will fucking tell you.
Right.
I will fucking tell you.
Right. For me, watching people come up with theories.
Oh, God.
Everything's a theory.
You're so creative. You should write.
You're so freaking creative. It is infuriating because then when they come up with the theories that they want, you can't battle it. You cannot argue it.
I know.
Because I am very
They
big.
are convinced.
They are convinced, and then it becomes fact, and it becomes the story. There is a woman. I am so into Utah culture. Because right now, I think it's just
so niche.
It's so niche, but it's because I've been thinking about this because like everybody knows about our culture. Our culture is constantly emulated, constantly the source of inspiration when it comes from New York, East Coast, you know, Italian, just New York flavor in any sort of the way, like anything. Just the East Coast is just the epicenter of so much. The Jersey Shore, Godfather, you know what I mean? Like all of these things, all of it. So I feel like East Coast girls get like a lot of the crazy stereotype. Like, oh, those girls are so much drama. They're so loud. They're so messy. Utah, which to me, before the last 2 years has just been like, oh, so what state? I'm like, what's even there? Potatoes? What's there? What are we doing there? What's there? They're like, oh, there's Salt Lake City. I'm like, they have a city? It's called a Salt Lake? Like, what the fuck? So I am addicted to learning about this because from The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, which is the greatest reality show on television, to Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, to I just watched Surviving Mormonism with a housewife from Salt Lake City.
Oh, right. You told me about that one.
I am enthralled with these girls, the culture, the Mormon culture, and like, because it's just so different.
Yeah.
And also watching these girls, I'm like, you guys could never handle a New York chick. Like, New York girls will make you cry. But there's this one girl, Whitney Levitt, who was on The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, who from season 1, I always was like, people are calling her the villain, but I find her the most level-headed one. I don't know if that makes me the villain, but we'll see how this plays out. Lo and behold, she is the most level-headed one. We're on season 3. She only came back to season 3 because she wanted to get on Dancing with the Stars. She came out and said, the only reason why I'm coming back is because there's an opportunity for me to be on Dancing with the Stars.
Love that.
And people were like, and she was on Dancing with the Stars and doing amazing. She was the best one there. Kat, the best one there. People wanted to hate on her because of who she was in season 1 and season 2. I'm like, hold up. There was also another Mormon wife on the Dancing with the Stars season, which they should not have put 2 girls on there. Oh. The other girl who was also on Dancing with the Stars was the girl on the show, which for me, from the first season, I was like, I see through her. She's so tiny, she's so small, she's so sweet. I'm nice girl. I'm nice girl. You can't be mean to me. I'm nice girl. My husband's kind of mean to me. And like, I'm just trying to be a good, like, religious girl. I'm like, you're a mean girl and I don't buy it. Her and Whitney are on the same season. Whitney's doing better than her. Whitney's fantastic. This girl gets voted off. And on the elimination, it was like Whitney was one of the people that up there finding out if she was going to be eliminated or not. So when she found out it wasn't her name, she smiled and then like immediately went back to being clocked in. And people were like, oh, see, she's so happy that Jen got voted off. It's like, or she was happy she's staying. And then this girl, Jen, goes on a live stream and people were like, oh, who are you supporting? She was like, well, I would be supporting a fellow Mormon wife, but I won't be. I'll be rooting for Robert, and you'll see why. I'm sorry. You're going to tell me that that's not a mean girl thing. You know how social media works. You know the attention that you get, right? So she did that to fuel the fire.
Right.
No, it's okay. People, when season 3 came out, which was literally a week before the finals were announced, which was so strategic. Whitney is on the show saying, yeah, I came back to filming because I wanted an opportunity to be on Dancing with the Stars.
I love an honest broad.
Because also in Utah, dancing is massive. It's a huge community, dancing. Like all the most professional dancers in the world are from Utah. Wow. Fucking why? Because all they got are potatoes. So they got nothing to do. So Whitney says that and everyone's like, oh, I'm definitely not voting for her. And I'm like, hold on. You don't want to vote for Whitney because she came out and said what she wanted? I'm sorry. She needed 2 more weeks to be uncomfortably humble and have self-deprecating mentions of herself. This is what I'm saying. This is what pisses me off. They got her voted off the next week, right? She was easily the best dancer or the top 2 dancer. She would have been in the finale. She would have been the second runner-up. Easily, without question, not even close. Her or Alex Earl would have been the second runner-up. You have such a parasocial relationship with an edited reality TV show that you sent death threats to a girl, to Whitney Levitt and Mark Ballas, death threats, violent death threats to this girl because of what? Because she said she wanted to be on Dancing with the Stars. She got on there and she did well. Because we hate ambitious women so much. My thing with all of this is that everybody wants women to be like, I don't know if I should do it. Am I even good enough? Okay, maybe I'll try it. Oh no, I have such low self-esteem. I'm so nervous. You know what? Maybe I will. Yeah, I am going to do it. Yeah, now I'm confident. You need 7 steps of insecurity and condescension and self-deprecation before you're allowed to be confident as a woman. Because then, only then, after you've shit on yourself 5,000 times, is your ambition not considered arrogant. And I get so frustrated watching this because I was like, yes, girl, go get it. I was like, no, I didn't like that she said that. Why?
Or people love to be like, oh, she hates herself. She's so humble.
Right. Oh, she's so humble.
It's so nice how much she hates herself.
Right. Oh, she doesn't even know how good she is. It's so humble.
I'm tired of hating myself.
Right.
I'm over it.
And since when is humility a requirement of ambition?
But also being humble shouldn't be equated with insecurity.
Right.
But it is.
But
for
it is.
People who are insecure and hate people who are not.
Right. Because your insecurity is the only thing that keeps your ambition from being arrogance. The only reason why you're allowed to be ambitious is if you're a little bit insecure.
Meanwhile, if you were a man, honey.
If you were a man, not even a moment. Oh, he wants to go for what he wants. Every single
He's just powerful. He's got it going on.
Every single rapper or
He's
male artist
inspiring.
or male singer always comes out and is like, yeah, I'm fantastic and this is what I want.
The funny thing, I mentioned
Nobody bats an eye. Yeah,
Madonna earlier, and every woman who's like a boomer, Gen X, or like silent generation who has hated Madonna is just a woman who hated herself.
Oh yeah,
because
what are you gonna
she
hate
was
Madonna
so woman power, so inspiring to other women, and the women who hate themselves are like, I can't believe you're trying to inspire me. I actually hate this so much.
Right. I mean, not only that, but she was so empowered and forward and open and sexually open that they would conflate her stuff with complete anything she did with being unladylike. Her coming out with a sex book, oh, that's disgusting. That's unladylike. But how many male contemporary artists have come out with contemporary art of naked people?
Please.
Or people having sexual relations, and how much money do they sell those pieces of work for?
When I was young and Britney Spears pierced her belly button,
oh God,
the people were like, oh my God, she's a bad influence, she's going to hell, she sold her soul, da da da. And my cute Britney Jean Spears got on TV and was like, just like change the channel.
Yeah. And yeah, change the channel. Brittany just wanted to drink some Pepsi. You know what I mean? She just wanted to drink some Pepsi.
Pepsi's Pepsi.
And shake her hips.
Right.
And dance with a snake.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. And so what?
She was afraid of the snake.
I mean, wouldn't we all be?
I get that.
I literally have my belly button pierced because I was obsessed with Britney Spears having her belly button pierced.
Samesies.
Yeah.
We all did it. And it was cute as fuck. Please.
And it's still cute as fuck. And I still have my belly button ring.
So do I. Girls, start piercing your belly buttons again.
You know
Bring that back.
You know what? The world was better when we had belly button piercings.
Yeah. Oh, I remember when Christina Aguilera, when she went when she stopped bathing. That was the best Christina we got.
You know what? When Christina Aguilera came out with the white people locks. The white people locks.
And she I don't know what complexion she was.
With the calico hair.
It was hot.
Oh gosh.
It was sluttious.
The assless chaps, that dirty. Oh my God. The best thing they ever did.
She brought back the Cher Prince chaps. And it was fantastic.
The best thing they ever did for that girl was withhold a shower.
Everyone's scared that millennials are going to be slutatious. And millennials don't even be fucking because we don't be having kids.
But you know what's funny? I hate this narrative that we are like this over-sexualized generation. I'm sorry. The children of the 70s and 80s.
Whores.
You absolute sluts.
Do you want me to bring up Woodstock and what you bitches were doing at Woodstock? Because I've been to Coachella and we're very normal.
Oh my God.
Okay, we're just partying.
God forbid we wear a flower crown. Like, Jesus. And everyone's like, oh, well, you kids, you guys just make things up with the non-binary and all this stuff. I'm like, David Bowie on any given day.
Hello?
Please.
Hello?
You think we just created things? We learned it from you motherfuckers. Okay?
Hello?
Oh, everyone's so flamboyant. Rocket Man, the Elton John, stop it. Stop it right now. Prince, stop.
Prince.
Stop. Stop. Grace Kelly, stop.
Elvis,
stop.
We're talking about flamboyant, please. Doing the stanky leg up there. Every man in the 70s, if you were alive in the 70s,
they were wearing kitten heels. The men in the 70s were wearing kitten heels.
Okay,
and carried around hair accessories.
And quite frankly,
stop.
I think you all looked great. Bring it back.
Bring back men in heels.
Bring back men caring about how they look and smell. You know what I mean?
I always find it so funny. Everyone's like, oh, men just aren't men anymore. We need, and especially people in the politics, men just aren't men anymore. We need to bring back more men, read our Constitution.
But
the men who wrote our Constitution were in heels, capris, and wigs.
And makeup.
Stop.
And full face of fucking makeup.
Rouge? Oh.
Mind you, they only wore their wigs and makeup for meetings to look good for each other because there was no women in the room.
Yeah, because they probably were all making out.
Well,
I don't want to hear it. Homosexuality has been around
forever and ever.
People acting like we made it up. Please.
Also,
please.
there's like 1,500 species who dabble in homosexuality.
Yes. And we can talk about this. Before colonialism and imperialism, many tribes of people, not only tribes of people, civilizations, not only were a matriarchy, but didn't abide by a gender norm and did not abide by just men and women being with each other. It was literally everyone. Everyone was pansexual. I will say this,
and you can fucking quote me. The people who are most upset about people who are in interracial relationships or homosexual relationships, fuck their siblings. So, who's the abomination here? Thought so.
That's very true.
Also, that's why your IQs are so fucking low.
That's also why you're ugly.
Oh.
Had to throw that in there. Parasocial relationships.
Yeah.
Go outside.
You don't fucking know these people.
Right.
What I was talking to Diana about earlier was, I've lived in New York City my entire life, born and raised. I have been in entertainment a very long time. When my mom worked for Leona Hemsley, I got to meet a lot of people from Prince to Jane Fonda. And people always ask me, who's the nicest celebrity I've ever met? And I always name the same three people, which is Drew Barrymore, pretty obvious, Britney Spears, and Mariah Carey. And whenever I mention Mariah, people are always like, oh, I wouldn't have thought that. Oh, that's interesting. And I'm like, oh, well, what's your experience with her? Why wouldn't you have thought that? What'd she do or say to you? Nothing, because I've never fucking met her.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really fucking weird that you're assuming this person is a certain way based off of what? And a lot of times it'll be, well, she's a diva. Explain how. And their reasoning is like, she likes nice things.
Which is so stupid.
Who doesn't like nice things? Maybe, so because she has taste, she's a piece of shit, and you don't have taste. So you're awesome? Break it down for me.
It goes back to the humility thing that we were talking about as well.
Right.
Because Mariah's like, I'm this, I'm that. Nobody can sing my songs except me and like 2 other people.
Meanwhile, she's very humble.
And right. But it's because she knows exactly what she likes and wants. But apparently to other people, somebody having expensive taste, knowing what she likes and wants,
right.
There's no way she could be a nice person. Why?
Whitney and who was it? Was it Aretha Franklin or somebody had to tell Mariah, like, bitch, you know who the fuck you are.
Mm-hmm.
Sing your fucking ass off.
Right.
But she's like, no, I want to have respect for I'm sorry that she likes diamonds. I didn't know that would make you a bitch. Like, what are we saying? You create these stories about people you've never met based off of what? So I like to say to people, especially if I know like they've never met that person, they have no access to that person. I love to be like, oh my God, what was your experience with them? What happened?
Right.
But like really,
and then they'll be like, well, I mean, I never met them per se, but
it's just like when people like to make things up, especially about me. I'm like, did you just come up with that? Oh my God, you're so creative. You know, I write songs. Like we should write.
I love your creativity. Do you want to get in the studio?
And it's so sarcastic and it's a little passive aggressive, but in those moments, and they get pissed at me, and I'm like, what'd I say? You just made up an entire story. I thought you were a writer.
You just gave me a storyline, babe.
Right.
You just gave the plot. So what is it?
I thought you were, trying to write like the next like Harry Potter. I was trying to support you. But it turns out you're just a liar. I couldn't tell.
You have so many different books on me, apparently. So many different lessons and chapters. I just figured.
If you don't know someone, maybe don't have a full fucking analysis on who the fuck you think they are if you haven't experienced them
Right.
as a person.
Right.
Or if you didn't hear it from their fucking mouth directly.
Right.
Maybe just shut the fuck up. Try that. That might be nice for you. Yeah. And I love to talk. So if I'm telling you to shut the fuck up, you know that means you doing too much.
Yeah, I think the days of assuming people's every inner thought and character need to come to an end.
Yeah.
Because we're at a height. We're at its height. And I think it's time.
You know what I mean?
I think it's time to put it, give it a funeral.
Yeah. Oh, rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace to the bullshit you came up with in your head. Write a fucking book.
Yes.
Write a movie. Make money off of how incredibly creative and stupid you are.
Yes.
Isn't that nice?
That's nice.
That's nice.
Nice.
Yeah. Do that.
Love that.
Yeah. You're welcome.
Shall we nightcap?
Yeah.
Nightcap away.
Welcome to your nightcap this week. And today we have for you. You begin to rise when you refuse to shrink. Again, it goes along with what we talked about earlier.
You begin to rise when you refuse to shrink.
Like bread. You know?
I want to be a semolina. Rise me. I'm risen.
My brother-in-law makes bread.
Really?
Yeah.
I have to get some new flour. I'll get flour when I go home.
I was thinking about buying him a bread warmer for Christmas.
That's fun.
Isn't that nice? That's nice.
Fun. Yeah, we're rising like bread, honey.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you refuse to shrink, you rise. Like a good old loaf of bread.
Go into your year with that one.
Yes.
Because what did we say earlier? We're not playing small no more. We're done.
No.
We're done with
We're
this
being
shit.
menaces now.
Yeah.
The playtime's over.
Playtime's over.
Playtime's over. Playing safe is over.
Playing safe is done.
Shrinking yourself out of sight and thinking that somebody's going to see you is done.
Ugh. And shrinking yourself to appease other people so you don't offend them. For what?
Are you going to care in a year or 2 years? Or are you going to look back and say, nah, I should have done that? How many things have you already done that with? How many times have you already looked back in your life and be like, I could have chose something differently. I could have taken a risk on that.
Constantly, I
Moving
think about
forward, we
this.
need to continually make risks, take risks.
Yeah.
I'm already thinking ahead. I'm thinking, what are we going to do even for my wedding? Taking risks.
Oh, do it.
Period.
Do it.
Period.
You know, it's funny when people are like, oh, when I tell people, you know, I had like a 3-day wedding, I got married in Disney, and their first thing is to figure out how much they think I spent, of course. But then they're like, you did a lot. And I'm like, I'm honest. I look back and I'm like, I didn't do enough. There's so much there's so much more I wish I did. Like, I didn't do enough. To me, I had a very humble, small wedding. I needed to do way more.
I loved your wedding.
Thank you.
Loved your wedding.
Shout out to Mary Michelle, who will plan everything I ever do, including my funeral. I love you so much.
Yes.
There's no one else I trust besides my mom and Mary to put together an event that is going to just be classy and tasteful and spectacular.
Period.
I will sell my hair to pay Mary to do an event.
Wow.
If there's like a time where like I can't afford her, like it's too much, I'll just sell my hair. It's totally fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I love her that much.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good to know. Well, all right. Take that into your week,
Yes.
into your year,
Yes.
into this month when dealing with family.
Next week is Christmas.
Next week's Christmas.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we love you guys. Make sure you guys like, follow, share, and subscribe. Follow us
And
on
take
all
risks.
platforms and take risks.
We love you.
We love you. Thanks for listening. Bye.